Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. This certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the
Yeah, now the live has been done. I'm sharing you the link. Love, I've shared the link with you.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed for professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100 plus authorized training partners and 50 plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000 plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100 plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100 plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500 plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100 plus authorized training partners and 50 plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000 plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100 plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100 plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500 plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100 plus authorized training partners and 50 plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000 plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100 plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100 plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500 plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100 plus authorized training partners and 50 plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000 plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the ISO webinar, and my name is Pratibha. I'll be your moderator for today. So if you have any point, any question at any point, or if you want to ask regarding the GSDC initiative, or if you want to connect with our speaker, please feel free to use the chat box. Just allow me a minute to share my screen. Meanwhile, please do let us know from where you guys are watching. We would be happy to know about that, like our audiences from across the globe. So, on behalf of the Global Skill Development Council, I'm truly delighted to welcome you all into the GSTC Studio Compliance in Context, applying ISO 42001 and ISO 27001 across industries. In this webinar, you will be mastering on compliance in action, learning how ISO 42001 and ISO 27001 strengthen business resilience and across sectors. So let's start with that. And one of the things which make this webinar very amazing is the expert of panel we have lined up for you. And some of them have already delivered a very incredible and insightful sessions, and others are all set to bring in more powerful ideas. So for those who are joining with us for the very first time, let me give you a quick introduction who we are. Global Skill Development Council is a globally recognized certification body. We are accredited by ABICB. Till yet, we have a 250,000 professionals certified with us. We are associated with 500 plus subject matter experts who contribute to our program. We are associated with 1,000 plus multinational companies and 50 plus university worldwide. Currently, we are covering 100 plus certification in our portfolio, and we are also associated with 100 plus training providers who help us to improve our training programs. So these are the training providers who are associated with us from the Asia, Africa, Canada, Nigeria, Australia, Singapore, and many other countries. Special thanks to all training providers to helping us improving our training programs. And a very special thank you to our media partner, WordPress Hub, for all of our press conference, all of our event releases, as well as to helping us amplify our initiative and reach it to the wider global audience. So I wanted to make an announcement that we have just launched a very unique platform called GSTC AI Studio. In the GSTC AI Studio, you will be getting 100 plus live monthly session with global experts, in which there will be 4 daily sessions, 45-minute live expert lead session for hands-on learning, sessions from global expert, learn directly from our AI leaders around the world. Real-time practice, apply concept immediately and get your question answered. Certification ready, training aligned with industry standard for job ready skills. Now, how can you get the benefit of GSTC AI Studio? Well, let me tell you. So there are 3 ways for this. First, you have a free 30-day access in which you will be getting the 80 plus live session per month and access to full GSTC Studio. Second, we have a GSTC lifelong membership starting from $109, and you will be upgrading to Pro in this, and you will be getting the lifetime access, 80 plus live session per month, access to full GSTC Studio, free GSTC membership, access to physical events, LinkedIn profile improver. Last but not the least, we have GSTC certification lifetime membership. So this membership offers for very limited time of very limited time of period. So make sure guys, you guys are grabbing this offer because the offer is starting from only $100. And in this, you will be getting the lifetime access of GSTC certification, all benefits of lifetime membership, personalized coaching, capstone projects plus AI tool, GSTC Copilot, and competency assessment tool. As I told you that currently we are covering 100 plus certification in our portfolio, which include the learning and development, HR, Gen AI, agenting AI, emerging technologies, ISO lead auditor and implementer, project management and PMO, Agile DevOps and SRE, cybersecurity, digital transformation, and many more. Now it's time to introduce regarding today's speaker. So today we have Luv Johar with us. Luv Johar has already held a session a day before yesterday. If you have been following our webinar, so you would be familiar with his session and you would be familiar with his work as well. But let me give you a quick introduction about him. So Luv Johar is a seasoned governance, risk and compliance professional and certified ISO lead implementer with over a decade of experience in cybersecurity and information security training. As the founder of Cyber GRC, he has delivered 10,000 plus hours of training to 20,000 plus professionals across 15 plus countries, empowering global teams to implement and audit ISO 27001, ISO 22301, ISO 27701, and ISO 42001 framework. Loves practical hands-on teaching style, bridge technical depth with real-world application, making complex GRC concept simple and actionable. He holds multiple certification including ISO 27001 and 42001 lead implementer, CompTIA Security Plus, ITIL V4, CCNA, and Prince 2 practitioner. And he is going to lead the session today on logistic and supply chain, integrating security and AI control seamlessly with ISO 42001 standard. So thank you so much once again, Loves, for coming on our platform. We are very honored to have you as our speaker. The stage is all yours. But before handing over the virtual mic, just a quick reminder If you have any question with from regarding the session, if you want to connect with Love, or if you want to know more regarding the GSDC website or GSDC initiative, please feel free to use the chat box. That way we know you're with us and actively listening and also absorbing the insight from our amazing session. So now it's time to hand over the virtual mic to the Love. Love, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Pratibha. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone who has joined this session. Sincere thanks to everybody who is taking their precious time and investing in themselves for educating them on the usage of AI, on the practicality of AI in supply chain logistics. One thing, just a humble request from my side for all the participants and learners, please ask questions. Okay. The more questions you ask, the more clarity you will get. And I know all this stuff because I have been doing this for a long time now, but it's new for you guys. Okay, so everybody who is watching, only one humble request: please ask as many questions as you can, because only questions will give you clarity. Okay, nothing else. Okay, the more questions you ask, the more clarity you will get. With that, let me just start the session quickly, and let us see what do we have today on store. Okay, so let us start with logistics and supply chain, and this is the topic that we'll be going to discuss today. First of all, let us understand the difference between logistics and supply chain. Okay, I'll be using this pen very often because I like to explain things on a whiteboard sort of manner. So difference between logistics and supply chain. Supply chain is basically, as you can see, on the screen, basically there's a raw material that we have over here. Okay, and there's a supplier that we have, there's a manufacturer, there's a distributor, there's a retailer, and there is an end customer. So supply chain is a process that starts with the raw material till the customer receives the process, the end product. And after the customer receives the end product, supply chain also includes the return also. Okay, for example, if you do not like the product that you have got from Amazon, you return it back. Okay, so return also is included in the supply chain. Okay, so this is the complete cycle from creation of a product till the time you receive it, be it the iPhone, be it the anything for that matter. Okay, the cell phones, the anything for that matter. So all the products go through the supply chain. Okay, so then what is logistics? That the question arises, what do we mean by logistics? So logistics is basically the movement and travel, of this particular product from the time of creation till the time of delivery, and for return also. Whatever movement is there, whatever storage is there, where you are storing it at a distributor and or at a warehouse, wherever you are storing and wherever you are moving the product, that covers in the logistics. Okay, so supply chain is the bigger umbrella and logistics is a small part of it. So now we will understand how ISO 2001 plays an important role in overcoming the challenges, the issues, the problems in the logistics and supply chain. Okay, now I hope we have clarity on what is logistics and what is supply chain. Now let us go a little bit deep dive. Now let us see benefits of AI driven logistics and risk also at the same time. Okay, so benefits if we have AI driven logistics is definitely increase in efficiency. Okay, we all agree with that. Okay, because AI is fast. We have models that make decisions more effective, more efficient. Definitely it will help. Improved accuracy in predictions and planning. For example, if you want to do forecasting, how much material has to be produced, how many products have to be produced, all that forecasting, all that prediction, all that planning will be improvised completely with the help of AI driven logistics. Okay, and definitely once you have efficiency, all of you agree with that, we will definitely have a cost reduction also, because we will have a better ROI on the investment, right? And automation of repetitive tasks. Okay, you don't have to overdo the same thing again and again. So overall, I can say AI driven logistics bring speed, accuracy, and cost reduction. Okay, but it's not so easy like it sounds. If it would be so much easy, every company right now, not only Amazon, again I'm repeating, every company right now would be using this platform. Okay, but right now we know that primarily Amazon is using this AI driven logistics, and a few other companies which are also using that. But again, it is not yet used at a wider level, and these are the reasons why. Okay, because there are privacy concerns, there are data quality issues, we don't know where the data is coming from, we don't have data provenance, we don't have data lineage, we don't know how effectively and how efficiently are we ensuring the privacy of the customers whose data we are dealing with. Now in this case, you should be asking me, what are the customer related data that we would be dealing with in this case? So for supply chain and logistics, you would need to have customer name, customer phone number, customer address, customer location. Without that, you won't be able to deliver any material. I think you would understand that, right? And all these particular things which I've mentioned are nothing but personal data. And that is where we have to be very much observative in terms of how this data is being used. What all controls do we have around privacy? If there are no controls around privacy, it's a big risk, right? We can see that. Ethical consideration in the automation. Again, if you have watched my previous webinar, I discussed on ethical AI, responsible AI. Again, I'll say ethical consideration means the automation, the AI model that you are using should not be biased. Okay, it should not be biased towards a particular region, towards a particular culture, towards a particular specific set of societal groups. Okay, so all these things we need to be very careful about. That is where ethical consideration in automation come into play. Okay, operational dependencies and single point of failures. If you have only one AI model and somehow it starts giving you biased results and you don't have any human intervention, you will run into single point of failure. Okay, security vulnerability in the AI systems. Many such cases can happen. Data poisoning, model poisoning. Okay, all these things are there happening. Okay, so that is why AI could introduce. It's not that it will always introduce, but yes, there is a big risk around data, around ethical usage of AI, and operational risk also, because of which you cannot entirely depend upon the AI as of now until we do certain things. Okay, and those things we'll see after this slide. What are the parameters now we need to look at? What are the things that I need to do if I am using AI model in my organization and I am using it for logistics and supply chain? What are the things that I need to keep in mind? So let us understand real world use of AI in logistics, okay, along with the associated risk area. So most importantly, we have already seen that it will help with predictive demand forecasting, okay, in order to predict the orders. Okay, and this is done very efficiently. Okay, because from the patterns, AI can easily detect which orders will be coming more in the frequency in the upcoming months, because it relies heavily on data. But again, there is a risk. What about the data quality? What about the source of data that you are feeding into the AI? If the data quality is not correct, if the data quality is not proper, if the data lineage is not there, data provenance is not there, data origin source is not clear, it will become a very big issue. Okay. Algorithmic bias, like I discussed in the last session also, there is a very big issue of drift, model drift in the AI models. Okay. This model drift basically refers to the algorithmic bias, where what happens is that the AI that is giving you X output today, tomorrow will give you Y output. Okay. And this happens because of the drift. Okay. And every AI model is prone to this. Every AI model. There is no AI model till now that is prone to this drift issue. This is termed in different ways. This is called as a model drift. This is called as a data drift. This is called as a model bias. This is called as algorithmic bias also. But all the terms remain the same, pointing to one thing: deviation of the AI from the actual output that you require. Okay. And because of time constraints, I could not explain you how it happens, because again I would need 30 minutes just to explain how drift actually works. But if you want to know more, just comment on this particular podcast video, and I will explain you how drift actually happens. But make sure that you are aware about this. It's really important. Okay. Then another AI use case is route optimization. Okay. So route optimization means it calculates the routes automatically. Okay. Whatever faster route is available from a logistics perspective, the AI model automatically predicts that route and starts following it. Okay. But again, you see the same issue, model drift. What if over a period of time, since new routes are introduced every now and then, and old routes are also reconstructed every now and then, and the roads always do not remain the same as they are, always there are changes, right? Because of those changes, there will be a model drift again. Okay. And the data sets that it had will become old over a period of time, which cause the drift to happen actually. Okay. Warehouse automation. Okay. AI powered robots for picking up of the material, for packaging of the material, for storing of the material, everything done by AI powered robots. Okay. Again, there is a safety issue. Why safety issue in this case? Because no human intervention is there to make sure that whatever picking and packaging is happening correctly and with proper due care. Okay. So that will result into safety issue. Okay. What if there is a spillage of the product? What if the product is not packed properly? Okay. This will again hamper the warehouse automation. Fraud detection. Okay. AI flags false claims or theft. Okay. But again, you can't rely completely because AI produces false positives also. Okay. Supplier risk prediction. AI evaluates vendor reliability. Okay. Again, you can feed data into the AI, and AI can predict vendor reliability based on third party risk assessment parameters that you feed into the AI. However, how much accurate that result is, you need to understand that. Because again, there could be data bias, again, there could be transparency issues. Okay. So at the end, we are able to see that all the AI applications definitely bring advantage, but also introduce a lot of risk. And how we need to manage this risk, this session is all about that. Okay. So inefficient logistics to efficient logistics, that is the end goal, why we are here, right? Delays, high cost, and poor decision making in the current logistic environment, because of which we need the AI. Okay. Because of which we implement the AI. And with the help of AI, we will definitely have predictive forecasting, anticipating future demand accurately. These are the positives that we are expecting, the business outcomes that we are expecting from the AI model that we are implementing. From a logistic perspective, we will have route optimization, finding the fastest route, cheapest route, most available route, I should say. Okay. Then warehouse automation, automating tasks for efficiency, like the robots picking up the orders, placing the orders in the racks, everything, right? That comes under warehouse automation. Okay. Real time risk detection, identify and mitigate any potential risk if the AI model sees in the real time. For example, when you are optimizing the route, there could be a certain accident in a particular route. Because of that, you have to now reroute. So again, this comes under real time detection. Okay. So at the end of the day, we want efficient logistics. We want reduced relays. We want lower cost, better ROI, and better decision making for the organization. Okay. How does it happen? We have to introduce ISO 27001. We have to introduce ISO 42001. And only by introducing these two standards, you can have a secure logistics operation. Okay. One more standard that is missing here is privacy 27701. And if any organization is using personal data of customers for logistics, for delivery, for forecasting, or for anything for that matter, that organization would also have to add ISO 27701 along with these two. Okay. You cannot skip that. It's mandatory. Okay. Now, why do we need to add ISO 27001? What are the security challenges? You must be thinking, right? I did have mentioned that we need to add ISO 27001, but why? The question gets answered here. Because there are security challenges, there are issues from a security perspective, from a confidentiality perspective, from an integrity perspective, from an availability perspective in the AI systems that we use. Okay. Cyber attacks, very commonly being observed, data poisoning, training data being compromised, okay, which you are using for training the AI model, that data, those data sets themselves get compromised, which will actually completely deroute the entire AI model output. You will get completely incorrect output. It will completely compromise the AI model integrity if the data set itself is the poisoned. Because AI model is being driven on the data itself. Without data sets, there is no AI. Okay, remember that. AI needs data to evolve. AI needs humongous amounts of data, millions and billions of data sets for that matter. Okay. And if that data is poisoned, if the data is not correct, quality of data, hygiene of data is not maintained, it becomes a very big issue. Okay. IoT tampering, manipulating sensors of autonomous vehicles. We have seen in the movies also people hijacking the vehicles because of IoT chips. Okay. And it happens in the reality as well. Hackers can easily control these IoT equipment. Okay. Because most of the users, when they buy the IoT equipment, forget to change the admin password. And when they forget to change the admin password, these IoT devices get tampered and compromised. Recent cases are observed in the CCTV cameras. You can see every now and then CCTV cameras being compromised. Okay. So that is where we need to be very careful. Okay. Lack of explainability. Decisions are made, but how decisions are made, that is not clear. Again, a very big issue. Okay. Data shared across global suppliers, because you know that supply chain and logistics is all about third parties. subcontractors, sub-processors, and data is being shared. But without proper contractual terms, without proper controls in place, without proper access controls, without proper monitoring, without proper audits. One thing I would like to add here is the role of third party risk management. It is crucial whenever you go for logistics and supply chain. Remember that you need to follow third party risk management. And again, third party risk management has a life cycle approach to it. It starts from the inception of the vendor till the retirement of the vendor. If you want to know more, again, I don't have time here. I couldn't explain you how TPRM works in a life cycle fashion. But if you want to know more, definitely get in touch with me. I'll explain that. So all those stages which are there in their third party risk management have to be taken care in each and every company who is dealing with logistics or supply chain. Okay. Without third party risk management in place, it will become a very big issue very soon. Okay. So these are the security challenges. Now, why ISO for 2001 is critical for logistics? Okay. We know that ISO for 2001 is actually there for having proper AI governance, for making sure that we have proper policies, procedures, impact assessment for the AI models. For having all the things in place, we need to have ISO for 2001 in order to manage the AI model that we have properly, and in order to govern it, we need to have ISO for 2001 in place. And again, it has to be implemented properly. Without proper implementation, it's of no use. Okay. So how it helps for the logistics is basically it helps you have a responsible AI. Okay. Because ISO for 2001 talks about AI impact assessment. And in this AI impact assessment, we basically ensure that whether the AI model that we are using is responsible, ethical, fair, accountable, trustworthy, or not. Okay. So this responsible AI governance is being done by implementing ISO for 2001. Okay. Alignment with business goals. You need to make sure that your AI model aligns with your business objectives. The return on investment, like we saw before. Okay. Robots doing the task, automatic routing, rerouting. All those are business goals that a logistic and supply chain company would like to achieve, right? That is where ISO for 2001 will help you, okay, to align the model with the business goal. Life cycle integration, okay, and we will see how AI life cycle integration happens with the logistics company. We will see that because AI life cycle is again a set of stages. How AI gets created, how AI gets developed, how AI gets decommissioned. Everything is there in the life cycle integration, and we'll see that. Okay. But if you want to have a proper governance around the AI life cycle, then you cannot do it without ISO for 2001. Okay. Then having a trustworthy AI system in the global supply chain operations. If you really want to have a trustworthy AI system as per the EU AI Act, okay, there is now a EU AI Act in place. I would highly encourage everybody who is watching this to please, go at least once and study about the EU AI Act. Okay, this EU AI Act will give you a lot of clarity around high risk AI usage. Okay, what is a high risk AI usage? Okay, and this will give you a lot of understanding. Anybody who is aspiring to, learn more about AI. Okay, so EU AI Act is greatly defined. It's a very good knowledge piece. Just please go ahead and read about that. So like we spoke before, AI life cycle in the context of now supply chain, let us try to understand each and every life cycle phase of a AI model from inception till the decommissioning. This slide is the most important slide, guys. Everybody who is watching, please take a screenshot. This is the most important slide. If you are only able to understand this slide from this entire webinar, you have got the crux out of it. Okay, so please pay complete attention. Please give me your next 5 to 10 minutes without any disturbance. Okay, so that if you are here, you should get the value, you should get the knowledge, right? So let us start with inception. Okay, what do we mean by inception? Why do we need a AI model in the supply chain and logistics? What is the business problem that we are trying to achieve? We are trying to solve, actually. Okay, what is the business goal that we are trying to achieve? What is the business problem that we are trying to solve? Okay, what is the business objective? What is the end goal that we want to achieve by implementation of this AI model? All this is defined in the inception stage. Can a company have AI model without thinking about all these things? The answer is no. Without proper planning in the inception stage, if you even have a AI model, it's of no use. Because at the end of the day, if you don't know why you're using the model, what is the end goal, what is the objective, it's of no use. Okay. So any company that wants to use AI model in the supply chain or logistic context have to first of all understand what is the end goal. Okay. So in this case, example is given demand prediction. For example, how much demand will be there for certain products in the next month? That is called a demand prediction. Okay. And again, it depends upon the data. From the past data for last, let's say 5 years, 10 years, you can easily predict that. Okay. This is not rocket science. AI models can do that. Okay. So that is the idea why a business wants to introduce this AI model. Basically, they want to have proper demand prediction. So that, why is demand prediction important? So that they can create the products accordingly. Because if they do not follow the demand prediction, there will be a lot of wastage. There will be a lot of, loss, I should say. Okay, there will be a lot of monetary loss, there will be a lot of wastage. That is why they need to follow proper demand prediction. Okay, this is the challenge that the business wants to solve. Okay, that is called the inception stage, and this is the most important stage. Okay, then you have the next stage, which is called as a data preparation. Okay, what all data do you need in order to create this AI model? Okay, we need the data sets, we talked about that. We need millions of data sets, we need billions of data sets, but what type of data sets do we need? What type of data do we need? Are we looking at quality data? Do we know the source of the data? Is the data hygiene maintained? From where are we collecting the data? Who are the suppliers of this data? Are we getting it through APIs? How secure are those APIs? Who has access to this data apart from the supplier and my organization? All these questions will be answered in the data preparation stage. Okay. Questions regarding data quality, data biasness, data labeling, data classification, all the things will be answered in the data preparation stage. And this is the most important stage, because if in this stage anything goes wrong, it will entirely impact your AI model. Okay, because your AI model works only on data. That's it. Okay, then once you are pretty much sure about this stage, again I am putting a star here for anybody who is watching. This is the most important stage. Okay, any issues here will be catastrophic. Okay, then after that you go for development. This development is done by data scientist. This development is done by data scientists, software developers, who build the machine learning models for demand prediction. Okay. And how they do that? They create code for inventory forecasting. Okay. So that you can have proper demand prediction in place. Okay. Again, developers have developed the code, data scientists have created the machine learning models, AI models. But what should be the key focus here from ISO for 2001 perspective? Models should be explainable, completely transparent and explainable, and proper documentation has to be made in terms of the output, how the output is being calculated, based on what parameters, based on what factors. The output has to be here completely auditable. Only then your AI will be called as a trustworthy AI. If at this stage this is not auditable, how the actions are being taken, you will not have a responsible AI and trustworthy AI. Remember that. Okay. Then you have validation. Validation is simple. We validate what is the model producing, whether the model is producing what we wanted the model to produce, is the result matching with our prediction. Now here we were looking for demand forecasting and inventory forecasting and demand prediction, but is the model accuracy actually matching, or is there any bias? All these things will be confirmed in the validation stage. Okay. And this stage will help you ensure reliability. This is very important. If the output is not correct, your AI is not reliable. Make a note of this. Again, very important point. Okay. Then you have deployment. After you have confirmed the validation, then you go for deployment. Okay. In the deployment, you basically add whatever controls you want from a deployment perspective. For example, who will have access to this particular model, who will be managing the versioning of this model, how it will be introduced into the production using the change management. Everything will be done in the deployment stage. Okay. Here in the deployment stage, your main issue will be the access control and change management. Change management is not mentioned here. Let me mention that change management is very important. Without proper change management, if you do the deployment, again you will crash. Okay, so change management is a very crucial part here in the deployment stage. Okay, then you have operation. Most important thing in the operation is that you need to keep on monitoring the real-time performance of this model, because of this issue which I am telling you from the beginning itself, because of the drift. Okay, because this drift is inevitable. Any AI model which is there, drift has to happen. It is inevitable. You can't avoid it. The models are created in such a manner. Currently, there is no solution for drift. Okay, the only solution is continuous monitoring and human in the loop and human over the loop. These are the solutions. Okay, apart from that, there is no solution. You have to keep on correcting it over a period of time, because drift will happen. Okay, so that is where you need to be very observative from an operational point of view. Then it comes the continuous validation. Okay, continuous validation means human oversight. Is the AI producing the right result? You have to validate that. Not all the samples, but again, depending upon how you sample the AI output, a few samples should be looked every now and then. AI outcome has to be controlled by human oversight. It is important. Okay, then I will tell you the most important part, which is the decommissioning part. When I was delivering my lecture with the government of India, somebody asked me, why is decommissioning important, Love? Decommissioning, like, this phase was entirely new for them, because they were not able to understand why would AI retire ever. Would AI ever retire? Somebody asked me. Or AI is ongoing. Why would it retire? Why would you outdate an AI system? See, everything has an expiry. Okay, everything has an expiry. Today, the AI model that you are using again is created using a set of codes. Okay, set of code, set of machine learning algorithm. Tomorrow the algorithm will change, right? What will you do then? Tomorrow algorithm will be more faster, more efficient. You can't rely on the same AI model forever, right? That is where you need to have a decommissioning. Okay, proper decommissioning has to happen, and all the outdated AI models have to retire. Okay, like we get iPhones every year. This year we had iPhone 17. Last year we had iPhone 16. If Apple would not retire the old iPhones, nobody will take the new one. And again, they are improvising on the efficiency also. You can see that, right? And that is why all of us go for an iPhone. It's just an example I'm taking just to make a point clear. Decommissioning is important. You can't always rely on the old models. Okay? They have to retire. They have to be replaced with newer and efficient models at a certain point in time, right? But the key important factor in this case for decommissioning here, because AI depends upon a humongous amount of data, data cleanage, data deletion, data disposal is critically important. Okay, because it's a humongous amount of data. Okay, it's not only you're dealing with millions and billions of data sets here. And in the case of logistics and supply chain, it could be data of millions and billions of customers. Just think about that. So, data cleanup, data disposal is really very important in case of a decommissioning process. Okay. So, these are the clauses from ISO for 2001 from a logistics and supply chain perspective. Okay. So these are the core clauses, which are, I think self-evident, but still I would quickly like to go through them so that you get an idea. You need to establish what are the issues that you're currently dealing with and how AI will have, help you with them. In the clause number 4, in the clause number 5, you need to establish proper leadership support and AI roles and responsibility for the implementation of ISO 42001. In the planning, you have to understand what all risks are there, do a proper risk assessment. In the support, you have to make sure you have proper support for creating the AI model and managing and maintaining it over the time. And then in the clause number 8, this is the most important one. This is where you basically perform the AI impact assessment. Okay, and this assessment will make sure that whether your AI is biased or not, whether your AI is fair or not, whether your AI is accurate, transparent, everything it will tell you. Whether you have a responsible AI or not, whether you have a trustworthy AI or not, everything will be done only after you do the AI impact assessment. Okay, and that will be done in the clause number 8. So basically, it's clause number 8.4 for everybody who is watching. For impact assessment, it is clause number 8.4. Okay, you can do that. And then performance evaluation, you need to have proper KPIs. For example, what is the bias percentage that your organization is okay with? For example, if 1% bias is there, it's okay, let the AI run because it's a small bias. But what if it increases above 5%? Then it will become an issue, right? So all these percentages and KPIs are defined by the organization, that we do in the clause number 9. Okay, then you have improvement. Any gaps, any drifts that you see, you basically improve for the ISO for 2001 as per the standard. Okay, these are some of the risks that I've captured for you for a supply chain, and logistics point of view. Mostly from an AI perspective, we have inaccurate data, which we have already seen. Okay, data breaches can happen. Model drift we have seen multiple times. Integration issues, we might have to integrate the AI with some old systems, which is a very big issue in itself. AI errors are always there, because of which we can have a forecasting issue. Okay, because there are definitely errors every now and then till the AI is fine tuned. Okay, it takes a lot of time. Cyber attacks, we have seen that. Vendor models, we have seen. Okay, if in case any third party vendors are there, if we don't have a proper TPRM process in place, again it will become a very big issue, right? Over dependency, okay, and model updates, all these are basically supply chain issues related to AI. Now, these are the 9 impact dimensions which you will basically assess in the impact assessment. Okay, because you have seen me talking about impact assessment in the last session also, and in this session also I'm talking a lot about impact assessment. So now let us see what all do we check in the impact assessment. So these are the 9 dimensions. Okay, we check about the fairness, we check about the transparency, we check about safety and health, we check about human rights, we check about financial and economic factors, we check about societal and environmental impact, we check about the inclusivity and accessibility from a people perspective, we check about security and privacy, and we check about accountability also. Because you see, if any of these is lacking, it will become a very big issue very soon, right? So this is what we all test in the AI impact assessment. And after this, we create a AI impact assessment report. And as per the report, we go for the risk assessment. Okay. After this, we perform the risk assessment. Okay. Whatever negatives, for example, let's say if we have seen that in the fairness, AI is unfairly penalizing the small vendors, it will become directly as an input to the risk register. Because now we need to sort this out. We can't leave it at that, right? Now we'll mark it as a risk and we'll see what needs to be done in order to remedy that. Okay. Similarly, all the other factors are also there. Again, because of time constraint, I can't go through all of them, but yes, this is the whole idea. Now you should be thinking, okay, we have been discussing about impact assessment for a long time, but how to perform it actually? Because this is a good question, right? We have seen the importance of impact assessment, we have seen how it helps an organization, but if I do not know how to perform impact assessment, the knowledge is half. So that is why today I have presented you this slide, which helps you to perform impact assessment also. Okay, and this is not only for supply chain and logistics, this can be done for any organization for that matter. The process remains the same. Okay, so you start with defining the scope. Okay, what is the scope of the impact assessment? Then you identify the data dependencies. What are the data dependencies that you have? What are the data sources that you have? Where the data is coming from? Mapping the data flows. Because if you do not have the data flows in place, can you assess the impact? Not at all, not possible. Okay. So you first of all have to inventorize the data flows, make an inventory out of those, understand what all data flows are there. And again, for this, we need to create a data flow diagram. Again, how to create a data flow diagram, if you want to know more, mark me in the comments, I'll explain you. Again, it's a complete process how you create a data flow diagram. It starts from the source till the completion of the data, how data gets modified in the process. It's a long pathway actually. That's how you create a DFD. And this DFD is very important from a privacy perspective also, and from an impact assessment also. Without this DFD, you cannot have privacy control also, and you cannot have proper ISO 42001 also. It will become a very big issue. Okay. Then you have to identify the impact. What is the impact? Okay. We have seen the 9 dimensions. Those dimensions will become your aspect criteria. Okay. Then accordingly, the negative impact will become a part of the risk. Okay. Then you assess the risk. Then you review the compliance. Okay. Where you are lacking. If there is more legal compliance which is introduced, you need to introduce those as well. And accordingly, then you implement the controls. Okay. And then you create a finding, document all the findings, whatever you have done. And this becomes a continuous cycle. Okay. This is how any organization can do the impact assessment. The most important part here is the mapping the data flow, because if this part is skipped, the entire this thing will slip out actually. Okay. Now integrating the controls. So for any organization, in the last time also I mentioned, if you are planning to implement ISO for 2001, you should start with ISO 27001. Okay, you should start implementing ISO 27001, because until and unless you have information security, if you do not have information security in place, you cannot have AI governance. It's not possible actually. Okay, so information security is being managed by ISO 27001. Okay, that is the whole idea of this slide. Example, we have AI based shipment tracking system, and how we have basically applied the controls to all the issues that are there. Okay, and basically this talks about the annex A.5 controls which are there in the standard. So using those controls you can easily mitigate these issues. Okay, A.5.23 it has used, and clause number 9 it has used basically. Okay, these two controls it has used. Okay, metrics, KPIs and governance roles, like I already mentioned. Okay, what are the KPIs that you want to introduce? Fairness across vendor, target should be less than 5% deviation. If it is more than 5% deviation, it will become an issue. Okay, data quality should be greater than 98% target. If it is less, it will become an issue. Model accuracy 92%. Again, all these parameters are defined by the organization. Okay, there is no standard as such that you have to define model accuracy as 99%, 98%, 97%, nothing like that. It depends upon what type of AI model that you have, what type of risks are there. Only depending upon the risk, you need to create these APIs. If it is a very high risk model, okay, then you have to be very particular about these particular KPIs. Okay. Common non-conformities and implementation roadmap. So these are the common non-conformities that I have seen and I have mentioned here. You don't have proper AI risk assessment. Forget about that. You don't have proper AI risk assessment. Before that, you don't have proper AI impact assessment also. That is again a very big issue. Okay. Lack of version control, inadequate data governance. This is very common. This one is very common across. Okay. Missing monitoring processes, absence of explainability documentation. This is also very common. These two are very common. Okay. Now, how to implement ISO 42001 in any organization? You start by understanding what is the business goal, like we mentioned, and you start conducting the AI impact assessment. And see here very carefully, guys. AI impact assessment comes before the risk assessment. Okay, because without understanding the impact, how can you assess the risk? It's not possible. Okay, so then you map the existing controls, whatever you have, and then you go for continuous validation. Okay, again, this is a short summary, and uh, that we have covered so far. Basically, we have talked about secure AI implementation, responsible AI governance, how different standards help to have ISO for 2001 governed, and this is a bonus slide for everybody who is watching. How should organization begin integrating ISO for 2001 controls in the supply chain? Okay, so this is a bonus slide that I have for you. Please take a screenshot. This will help you to basically have proper integration of ISO for 2001 in your AI, in your logistics and supply chain organization. Okay, so this will help you. Again, for next steps, I would like to pose a practical challenge for all the participants. Identify one AI use case. It could be route optimization, it could be predictive maintenance, it could be automating the warehouse equipment and all, and list down the key risk, okay, related to ISO for 2001 and ISO 27001 controls, and how would you monitor the performance. You can tag me, you can tag GSDC also, and you can mention the post on LinkedIn with the practical challenge so that you get an idea of how this works. Okay. Pratibha, that's it from my side.
Thank you so much, Love, for this amazing and insightful session. I'm sure our participants have learned a lot today. And now it's time for question answer. So the floor is officially open. If you want to ask any question regarding the session, or if you have any queries from the Love, please feel free to use the chat box. So, Love, first question we have from Satyanarayan. For logistic movement, generally operational reach is based for route optimization, and operational research is mapped in into AI model for route optimization. So that is the question.
So what is the question here? So he's
I
right. He's
am-
right. Whatever he's mentioned is absolutely right. See,
okay.
initial data regarding the routing, regarding the routes, regarding the route optimization has to be fed in the AI model. Like I mentioned, right? AI model works upon the data sets. So he's right. Initially, you need to feed all that data. But the problem is that Pratibha, over a period of time, those routes will not always remain the same. For example, when you travel from Delhi to Manali, every time do you take the same straight road? No, it changes over time, right? So that is where the
Yes.
problem is now. It keeps on evolving. So that is where model drift comes into play, and that is where we discussed about that. Yeah.
Thank you so much for this amazing answer, Love. So the next question we have from Rachna. Please explain on data flow diagrams. Is it similar to DFD for threat modeling? What is the difference for AI?
It's an interesting question, an intelligent question also. Thank you so much for asking. See, I'll give you a brief about the data flow diagram because it is really important for anybody who is watching. So, how do we create a data flow diagram? Is we understand the source of the data. Okay. For example, where is the data coming from? Is the data coming from a third party? Is the data coming from a customer? Or is the data coming from my own server? Where is the server hosted? Is the server hosted internal to the organization or the server hosted external to the organization? According to this all parameters, I'm just giving you idea. Then we apply the controls on this particular data flow. And this whole process is called data lineage. Okay. So DFD is a part of data lineage. Okay. Hope this helps.
Thank you so much for this detailed answer, Love. So the next question we have from Siddheshwar. Does the ISO 42001 standard tend to incorporate operation research or concepts such as queuing and scheduling, game theory into it, as they tend to play an important role in managing the supply chain and logistic of an organization?
Yes, exactly. The fundamentals never change, and he's absolutely right, Siddheshwar. Whatever you are thinking, the fundamentals, the process, the operations of the logistics will always remain the same. AI models are there to help you to make those operational work more efficient and more effective. That is the idea here. Okay. Your processes of logistics will not change, it will remain the same. Okay, but on top of that you have now this AI model to make them more effective. And again, if you ask me, is that 100% effective right now? From the way that I have been observing the AI models, and from the past couple of years I'm working very closely to these AI models, and I have delivered many lectures in government and private sectors and work closely with these organizations. A lot of risks are there. It's still it feels like we are very close to these AI models, but let me tell you, Pratibha, it is still very far away. So don't even think that tomorrow will be replaced by the robots. Not at all. Not for the at least next 10 to 15 years, I can assure you that.
Thank you so much for those detailed answer, Love. And I sure do agree with you that the it is very far away. We have a lot of time, and AI is not here to replace us. So thank you so much for that. So the next question we have from Arup Roy: Are the KPIs related to the role?
Very, very good and very intelligent understanding. Yes, that is absolutely correct. What is the role of the AI model? What is the end goal of the AI model? What is the objective of the AI model? and what type of risk that AI model is introducing, all these parameters will affect the KPI. Absolutely correct. Yes.
Thank you so much for this answer, Love. So the next question we have from Edamola. Uh, he has actually two questions. So the
Yeah, go
first
ahead.
question is, with the growing use of predictive analytics for risk management, how can companies ensure continuous compliance with ISO 42001 and with emerging AI regulations, especially when operating across multiple jurisdictions?
You can use tools for automation again in order to help overcome that problem. Again, if you have multiple jurisdiction, if you have multiple locations, and you are dealing with multiple AI models, but again, I won't say, Pratibha, that you can rely on those models right now, because as I say, once you see my once you see my sessions on AI which I deliver, once you understand the risks which are still there in the AI models, once you see the type of issues which are there, you won't talk about automation after those sessions. I am pretty sure about that, because the idea is to control those risks first, then think about this automation. People think that automation is easy. Automation is definitely easy, but are you getting the right output? That is the problem.
Thank you so much for this detailed answer, Love. So, next question from the Eramala is, how can organizations practically align their existing information security frameworks like ISO 27001 with ISO IEC 42001 to establish a unified and auditable AI governance structure across their supply chain operations?
This is a consultation question that is she's asking. If I would answer this, she has to pay me now. I'm not sure whether she's okay with that, because this question usually organization ask me when they are actually implementing ISO for 2001. So yes, just to give you a short answer, because if I try to explain this answer, it will take 1 hour, because this is a very long answer what she's expecting. So I'll nutshell, I'll tell you. So definitely you can integrate a lot of the controls and a lot of the processes and a lot of the clauses of ISO 27001 with ISO for 2001. However, I would not recommend that approach. The approach that I would recommend at Amula is that you first implement ISO 27001 completely, okay? And then you define the scope of implementation of ISO for 2001, and then conduct the impact assessment and gap assessment on that particular scope, so that you get the understanding of where exactly that AI model is playing the role, because there is a huge difference. People nowadays, Pratibha, are talking about integrating all these three, ISO standards together. I would say
Yeah.
don't go with that approach, because you are defeating the purpose actually. First of all, go step by step. First of all, you should implement information security, and that itself is a huge task. Don't think it's easy. Okay, it's a huge task. Once you are completely there, once you have implemented information security, confidentiality, integrity, availability across all your information assets, then you think about AI governance, then you think about AI maturity, then you think about AI model impact assessment, risk assessment. Before that, don't even think about all those things, because if your if your data security is weak, if your data privacy is weak, trust me, you can never have a responsible AI, ethical AI. It's not possible actually. Don't even think about it. Okay, so this is my recommendation again.
Thank you so much for this detailed answer. And Edamola, if you want to know more, I'll share the Love ID, Love LinkedIn ID in the comments, so you can connect with him so that you can get the detailed answer or consultation as well. So the next question we have from Godson. So given the sensitivity of data where it is poisoned and data cleaning and sanitization prove too costly, how does one proceed with implementation program?
Just repeat once more, Pratibha. What was that? I missed the last part. Just repeat once more.
Given the given the sensitivity of data where it is poisoned and data cleaning and sanitization prove too costly, how does one proceed with implementation program?
Ah, that way. Okay, okay. You need to follow proper data provenance. Okay, and data provenance again is a step-by-step process. Okay, which establishes the source of data, from where the source is from where you're collecting the data, it's okay. You don't have to, prove it to somebody that from this vendor I have got this much of data sets, from this website I have got this much of data sets. But you should have that data inventory where you have inventorized all the data sets that your organization is using for that particular AI model. Because tomorrow, when the EU AI Act regulators will come to you and ask whether you have data provenance or not, then you should be able to establish those proofs. That is where it is required actually. You don't have to ask for certifications at all. That is not required. But as the end of the day, as an organization, you should know where you are collecting the data from, how the data is being collected, who all have access to this data. Okay, all this is very important actually, and these all things have to be documented in order to prove data provenance.
Thank you so much, Lev, for the great answer. So the next question, actually, this is the last question we have. I'm sorry, participant will not be able to take more than 1 2 question right now because we are running out of time. So Rachna wants to know, can you share some control matrix for doing ISO and 42001?
Control mapping, I think she's asking for actually.
She
so
has
so
mentioned metrics.
yeah. So she's actually asking for control mapping. So
Okay.
uh, basically, again, I would say again, she's trying to implement both of them together, Pratibha. That is why she's asking for the matrix and mappings, right? Again, I would honestly, as an individual, since the time I have spent into this industry for last a decade and all, I would discourage this approach. Do not do this way, because you can't implement both the standards at the same time. It's not possible actually. Okay, you are trying to ease out your effort, you are trying to make it quicker, but at the same time you might be defeating the objective. Please don't do that. Okay, you go step by step. Okay, at the end of the day, this is not a sprint, this is a marathon. Okay, so try to go step by step, implement ISO 27001. Then you ask me about the mapping, then I'll give you the mapping of ISO 42001. Don't ask me initially, because when you ask me initially, it worries me. I'm thinking that you're
Yes.
trying to implement both of them together. Okay, which is again not a recommended approach that I would give. If you ask Pratibha, other cybersecurity influencers, they would say you implement ISO 27701 also, 27001 also, 42001 also, because they are saying that clauses are the same, so you can do that. I agree, clauses are absolutely the same, but is the objective also the same for all the standards? No, objectives are different, right?
Yes.
Objective of implementation of ISO 27001 is not the same as objective of implementation of ISO 42001. So how
Yes.
can you integrate them? Yeah, so these are the questions
Understood.
that we need to ask ourselves, right? Because we are the professionals, we are driving this industry, right? So we need to think about all these questions. See, again, you can implement all these three standards together also. It's not a wrong way to do
Mhm.
it. But I would say, do it the right way, where you have more effectiveness and a better governance. This is my recommendation.
Thank you so much for those detail and amazing answer. So I'm sure our participant have gotten a lot of query regarding the, like a lot of clearance regarding the query they have. So moving on to, before moving on, Love, would you like to give any final statement?
Again, I would like to say that, really grateful to GSDC and really grateful to all of the participants who have asked questions, Pratibha, because trust me, I used to attend these webinars since I was like 15, 20 years back, right? And I myself, being the participant, never asked any questions because I hesitated, right? Because I thought what others would think. So I really appreciate everybody who is taken out, the effort to ask the question, because trust me, guys, same questions your participants, your subordinates, and the other people are also thinking the same question, but they're not asking it. So when you are asking the questions, you are actually helping the community actually. So thank you so much for that, and feel free to ask more and more questions. See, questions will only give you clarity. That is the only thing I would like to add. That's it.
Thank you so much for those comment, Love. And I do agree with you that feel free to ask the question, because until and unless you're not asking a question, you'll not be able to get the clear, thoughtful answer. and it is better to know more and better to get clarified your query. So moving on to that, I am sharing Love's LinkedIn ID for in the chat box participant. So please make sure you're connecting with him. And if you have any query or if you need consultation or any guidance, you can ask with him directly. And I'm sure Love would be happy to help you out, right, Love?
You're more than happy.
So thank you so much once again, Love, for the session. And moving on, I would like to, Love, could you please unshare your people? Thank you so much. Just allow me a minute to share my screen. So if you guys are thinking that you guys are ready for your certification development, certification for ISO, so you guys can grab the certification from our website. What you have to do, you have to go on a website, you have to go click on the certification link, and you just have to opt for the certification. So we are giving a complimentary code to our participant for getting the certificates, in which you guys will be getting the 20% off. So I am sharing all of the coupon code link in the chat box. So make sure you're not leaving this offer, because this offer for a very limited time of period, and this is only for our participant who are continuously joining with us or who are eager to learn more. So make sure you're grabbing this offer as well. And now, before wrapping up, I just wanted to make a few announcements which include the utility tool. So, utility tool is a very helpful tool, I'll say, into your job hunting journey, because in today's AI era, HR and recruiters also take helps from the AI to screen your resume, and that is the reason that right now most of the time, even if you are having the experience, your profile is getting rejected because your profile is not according to the AI screening system. So what you can do, you can take the help of utility tool. You can log in by your LinkedIn ID and password. It will access your all the information of LinkedIn, and it will give you a recommendation according to the designation you are targeting, otherwise according to the company or industry you are targeting. It will help you out in everything, and you can log in this utility tool by using our coupon code, which is 100% off. And I would like to, it's not like as a host I'm just telling you guys, but I would like to say one thing, that today's AI era, it is very important that all the help we are getting from anywhere regarding our profile or regarding our skill enhancement. So I will request all of you to make the use of this utility tool, and I'm sharing the link of the coupon code for utility tool in the chat box. Please feel free to use it, and make sure you're grabbing this offer as quickly as you can, because this is for a very limited time of offer, and this is for all only for our participant as well. And apart from the ISO, we are also conducting few other sessions as well, which include the AI and delivery, solving real projects management challenges with generative AI. So this is going to be conduct from 10 to 14 November at 6:30 a.m. CST, 8:30 p.m. SGT, and 6 p.m. IST. And we have another webinar on learning and development from 3rd November to 21st November at 8:30 a.m. CST, 10:30 p.m. SGT, and 8 p.m. IST. And I am going to host one more webinar after this, which is a AI implementation series. So I hope to see you all there as well. In this series, we have designed a 100 days AI tool challenge for the managers and professionals like you. This is a hands-on webinar series designed especially for you, to help you into from collaboration to automation into the data-driven decision making. And this is going to be held at from 10 to 14th November, 10:30 a.m. CST, 12:30 a.m. SGT, 10 p.m. IST, 11:30 a.m. EST. Today we are going to have Leela Venkatesh, and he is going to give the demo of Atlassian Rovo AI Copilot, how the Atlassian Rovo AI Copilot can make your professional journey more easier. So I hope to see you all there as well. And now it's time to celebrate our referral champions. Our referral champions is Astik Saxena, Rakesh Ranjan, and P. Saxena. Congratulations to all three of you, and also thank you to all three of you to helping us amplify our initiative and reach it to the wider global audience. Keep the momentum going. You can also become the part of the referral championship. So what you have to do, if any of your peers, colleague, friends wants to join for any of our webinar, you can ask them to, otherwise you can check out our website and you can refer the registration link to them. And once you hit a 50 referral point, you will be able to get a one free gift certification voucher from us. And if you want to be one of our speaker, you can for learning capsule webinars and podcasts, please make sure you're contacting with us. We would be happy to have you guys as a speaker as well. And these are all the platform where you can connect with us, our LinkedIn group, our WhatsApp community, our website, and everywhere. So if you want to know more regarding our GSDC initiative, or if you want to know regarding our upcoming events or other webinars or anything, please make sure you guys are connecting with us on this platform so that you can be updated on every event. Apart from that, we would also love to have we would also love to get to know that what you guys are thinking about the session you guys we are scheduling for you, and how you feel about the topics which we are getting from you, otherwise the speakers we are assigning for you and everything, and what learning and outcomes takeaway you are getting from your session, which is making your learning journey more dynamic and fun, and also it is helpful for your professional journey. So we would love to hear your feedback, and you can drop your feedback at Trustpilot, and I am sharing the link as well into the chat box for your convenience. Along with that, I have shared the link regarding our LinkedIn group, WhatsApp, and website. Make sure you're connecting with us there, guys. And with that, it's time to come to an event. Thank you so much, all the participants, for joining on the webinar, learning from us. And thank you so much once again, Love, for this amazing and insightful session. We are so happy to have you once again on our platform, and we are very honored to have you our speaker. Have a good day, good night, good evening, wherever you are. Till that, keep learning, keep energizing, and keep getting the queries, keep getting your answer from the sessions. Thank you so much.